And welcome to the Oddity Archive, the show that always listens to its fair weather fans. Well, sort of. So, for several years now, I've been getting requests, and obviously almost entirely from occasional viewers, to do a second round of scary logos. And I've always had two issues with this. One, I still consider Scary Logos to be one of my worst episodes. I mean, it's got its little moments here and there, but taken as a whole work, it's a scattershot mess, even by archive standards. And then, two, production logos don't scare me. They never have. And I even said this in Scary Logos. Well, I mean, once in a blue moon, I might encounter some logo that rattles me just a little upon first viewing, but those seem to be entirely of the, intentionally creepy variety. So, what I'm offering up here today is a bit of a compromise. Now, I freely admit that there might be a couple logos here that might weird out a few viewers, but really, honestly, on my part, these have all been chosen for their cheese factor. Any scares are completely unintentional on my part. Having said that, Ed may or may not be so kind. Anyway, let's dive right into Velveeta territory, shall we? So, I only had one requirement for this first batch of logos, and that was that it doesn't have to be the lead instrument, but there needs to be at least a trumpet somewhere in the underlying music. Because let's face it, trumpets make everything cheesier.
This is a VCX presentation.
Now, if I can't have my trumpets, I guess some tacky synthesizer stuff will do, but it's never quite the same.
Welcome to the exciting world of video karaoke. And congratulations on purchasing Video Karaoke brand VHS sing-along software, the only VHS that offers advanced multiplex and multi-audio features. If you have a stereo VHS player and or a multi-audio capability, please refer to the enclosed instructions.
I guess I'm so old-fashioned that when I think of what a home video logo should be, I think it should be classy, dare I say regal, if perhaps a bit tacky.
By special arrangement with Viacom International, Magnetic Video Corporation is proud to offer the following major motion picture on video cassette.
But as early as 1979, these companies decided that if you wanted to enthuse the average, if not below average viewer for the show to come, you needed to fill them with a sense of majesty and wonder. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. I admit, in spite of all my years of collecting home video stuff and off air recordings, I've never really considered myself to be much of a connoisseur of company logos. So it came as a bit of a shock to me that when I was researching this episode, it appears that for many years, a whole lot of almost entirely overseas companies, and some seemingly legit ones in there too, were perfectly okay with simply ripping off other companies' logos. And if they weren't doing that, they were totally okay with playing the hits over those logos. I guess you could say I'm bootlegging the bootleggers here. This may or may not come as a bit of a shock to some of our youngest viewers, but there really was a time, and a very, very long time, where it was just not normal for movie studios and so on to tweak their logos for every little movie and every little TV show. I mean, when it would happen, it was a surprise, and it was usually pretty creative too. But it's become so commonplace now that one, it's lost all its surprise value, and two, it's just gotten so uncreative. So, with that, here's my little statement. Dear movie studios and so on, if you start doing this kind of stuff again, maybe I'll start taking you seriously again. Or not seriously, as the case may be. Thanks to this show, I have become completely numb to most, if not all, the things that used to creep me out as a kid, and some of the things that followed me into adulthood. and one or two of the things that followed me into the first year or two of archive. So, with that, I've kind of developed a tough time gauging what the average person might find unsettling. So, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to, I guess, kind of test the waters, test your reactions. So, what I've got here is a mix of some logos that used to kind of sort of creep me out as a kid and some more recent finds. I'm just taking it on faith at this point that floating eyeballs are still considered creepy.
And now for our feature presentation.
A Hycon film.
Normally on this show, I like to save the most out there thing for last. But seeing as I was already turning the whole scary logo thing on its ear, I figured I would go in the opposite direction for this episode. So, what I've done here is I've put together a compilation of the most dull, unimaginative, mundane logos that I could find. And really, I went out of my way to find the most sleep inducing, apathy provoking ones out there. So, anyway, I've arranged these in descending order. So, we're going to start with a few cheap but charming ones. And then we're gonna slide down into those really vanilla, low to no effort logos. I mean, the lamest ones I could find. If you've been having trouble sleeping lately, this should help immensely. right, keep zooming out. Good. Keep going. A little more. Just a little more. Keep going. Keep going. Can we go any farther? All right, good. Great. Fade to black, please. Fade to black, please. You can fade out now. Anytime. Fade to black. Or pink, whatever. Oh, wait, we forgot the address slide. Can we get that up? Can we get that going, please? Anytime. Soon as you can do it. Come on. Do we have it? Come on. Okay, there we go. All right, now zoom out. Zoom out. Thank you. Keep going. Keep going. There's some of the address. There's a phone number in there too. Good. Keep going. Great. Well, that's it for today's archive. Join me next time when I throw myself at the mercy of the YouTube gods over the sheer hotness that was today's episode. Specifically, that home video supplies logo. Woo! I mean, seriously, I've got a pack of smokes in the box here, and I'm just waiting for the credits to roll. And I don't even smoke. Mangoes.